Good morning, Guardians. Ebontis here for your solo Nightfall run-through for November 29th, 2016. We've got the Abomination Heist, modifiers of Berserk. All those enemies that will charge you will not stop charging. Melee, major knights and things like that will just keep running. You can shoot them square in the head and they do not stop. So keep that in mind in case you've got somebody closing the gap on you. You need to get mobile. Specialist, of course, 2 times special weapon damage. Nice for boss damage, things like that. When it comes to primary and heavy, though, you're doing 3/4 damage, so keep that in mind. That paired with Juggler, ammo gets to be a bit stretched at some point, so just one of those pieces to keep in mind. Chaff, the fat last piece, no radar, so keep your head on a swivel, especially in the boss room, as some of those enemies will spawn. You got to make sure you look where they're at. Finally, I am running just my Titan this morning. I actually finished the whole thing already, but I've got to go back and record this one for you guys. My computer felt like glitching out, so I'm going to record up to a certain point and then patch that in with the other one. So these are not going to connect, just so you guys know that in advance. Just be aware of that. But outside of that, still going to be beneficial for you guys to see kind of the way to go through and what to expect, especially in the boss room. Got my good old hung jury sniper rifle here, Irene with mulligan and triple tap. Always nice to get that. Lots of extra ammo if I can. Yellowhorn. Gonna go ahead and pop 3 of coins. May as well get it done now. Heavy ammo synth as well. Just knock those in there. So, one thing you can do to skip this initial section, jump on your Sparrow here. And depending on if people have come through here or not, you may have some acolytes right here. But if you've got the knights up here, you can skip this whole section here. These guys right here. Come up here, get a little boost up here to hop over, and then boost through this window, and you're good to go around the corner. So it's a nice way to just skip that and come on through, keep on your Hive, run you down here a little quicker. So, once you're down here, you're going to run into some Siva at this point. I had full Hive last time, so we'll have to see which actual grouping I get, just to see which way this goes. Actually, didn't mind the full Hive. Honestly, wasn't too bad, so we'll see which one I get. I had full Hive on the boss, so I may actually still want to go for that. Just have to see. See which one I get, but I won't know until I get to the next section. Use my grenade. Try and clear some stuff out in there. And again, the main one you really want to watch out for is the Joyful Wizard right here. He's going to hurt a pretty good amount. Depending on whatever your sniper is, you can still probably put a good chunk of damage into them. If they run away like that, they're going to for sure. But if the shield's down, go for those headshots. The wizards go down quickly. If you get their shield down, the rest of them, not too shabby. They're pretty fragile. Come over here, see which ones you got left. Again, no radar, so check the far side first. And then see what else remains around the sides. Pick up some ammo. Did he just fall off? I'm pretty sure he just fell off the map. Oh, sorry, dude. Can't help you there. A little too aggressive there, and gotta have himself. Now, it looks like I've got full Hive again. The main way to notice you've got full Hive, you've got these little detaining blocks. So keep those in mind. Nice thing about a Hive, you do not have the machine gun up here. Nice and quicker way to do that one. So you can come back in here, retreat in the hallway, fight what you need to. Just keep in mind where these little detain blocks are at, and you'll be fine. Alright, so come in here. We will open the, yes.
Every single time.
I feel your pain, Ghost. Alright, so activate the Ghost. Come back here. A lot of the enemies will come to you. The main one you need to watch out for is this one, just so you don't get pinched in the middle of the hallway. Just watch behind you if you're going to do that. Likely just jump over it and run back. But from here, just wait for the enemies to spawn in. You'll have a wizard here and there, depending on what you can use to take that one out. Of course, keep that in mind. Sniper's pretty effective at taking out these wizards. So if you can drop their shield, of course. Trying not to die here. I'm just going to run over here for a second. Stay back. One thing about jumping back, you will actually pull the enemies farther back too. But they are Berserk. They will not basically flinch. They'll chase you pretty far, so keep that in mind. Depending on what you're fighting, they're not really going to stop coming at you. They're just going to keep pushing. I got a lot of ammo waiting for me, which is always nice. Come on, would you just give me a chance to shoot you in the head? That'd be great. Yeah, those guys tend to take each other out. And we got another one. Really? Only bad thing about being here, These guys will retreat back occasionally. You can do a lot of damage, but yeah. They go down pretty quick with some headshots. Now you're going to be looking at the knights. These guys are a little more on the annoying side. Just their shields tend to slow things down. Just watch your ammo. I've got plenty of it back here. Try not to waste your sniper ammo on those guys. And then as you move around back and forth between this corner, you should be able to manage most of these guys with one nice headshot. Apparently there's another one getting me from the side. There he is. Hey, buddy. Would you just stop? Seriously? There we go. The Acolyte's not so bad. The Knights are the ones that do tend to sting a little bit. Pick those off and you should be alright. Again, if you switch between ammo types you use, you'll get a variation of drops that you'll be able to pick up ahead. Lots of Acolytes up here. They're going to come for a little while. Looks like I've got one more Knight floating in the back. They're big weenies, guys. It's always the captains of the Knights. They're like, no, I gotta get behind my shield. You don't see any other enemies doing that. They just run at you and charge and go crazy. Now, when the Howlet Acolytes start to come in, keep that in mind. They're gonna take a little bit more damage to take down. Damo. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. But it happened, so. You guys have been with me long enough, you know I'm not totally crazy, but yeah, it happened. So I got one more Acolyte over here, finish him off. Come on, you each need like a bullet. And you. There's more. They just don't stop. They're just hanging out back here. Alright, I'm just going to try and speed this up a little bit. Apparently there's more of these Howlet Acolytes than I expected. There's one. Come on. No, you're over there. There you are. You're back there. You're over here. I whiffed. Alright, so as soon as you hear the ghost talk, now is your chance to know you're going to have more enemies coming. It's a good time to try and grab ammo, though. Probably your best time to try and grab ammo. Also to reload. Keep in mind you're probably going to have some wizards coming. And you're going to have an ogre. You're going to have one yellow named wizard. So that major is going to come up. It's going to have your standard wizard shield, solar for sure. A couple ogres are in the back. What you really want to do is pull this wizard up here. If you stand in front of this doorway, you should be able to pull the wizard to you. A couple Galahorns should do the trick pretty well. If not, just finish him off. Now once he is down, the ogre should go down pretty quick. A couple nice headshots. Again, you can't stagger them. So just try and use cover, a corner to your benefit. And there's going to be a couple. There's one back there. There should be one more, but I can't ever tell which way he rotated to. So he's going to be around somewhere. And I've seen him rotate all the way over here on the left. Just like this. You really piss him off, apparently he's going to charge you. But once those three are down, you should be good to go. Runes are done. Grab your ammo. See if you got any heavy. I did not. So we're good to go. Alright, so moving on. It's not really a fast way to speed through that section. Just kind of do as much damage as you can. If you're by yourself, just watch the damage. And if you're dealing with Hive, you can at least back up. If you have Siva, that machine gun's going to be back there, and just stay behind those two wall partitions. Here, nothing too crazy and major. Just use your grenades, things like that. And just take your time, pick these guys off. They're really not too terrible. Gonna have some dregs out here. Acolytes, a little bit of everything. We've got a heavy ammo box, which is nice. So I'm gonna use some heavy ammo on the actual captain. As he sits there and fights the ogre, he will actually take some damage. So if you work him down, that ogre is likely to continue to damage him as well. So keep that one in mind as he gets worked on. Then as soon as you finish him off, nice Galahorn, can do the trick pretty well. If not, snipe him in the face. Or just whiff every single shot you're trying to put into him, just like I'm doing now. Not really what I would advise. It's not the best strategy, but you know. Bad aim, can't help it. Potato aim morning, what can I do? Come on, just don't want his shield to come back. Alright, so now, as I know, I've got a heavy crate down there, which I usually don't see one right down here, but I will definitely not argue. Come over here and enjoy the joys of a Galahorn on the ogre. Again, if you need to hit him square in the foot, do that, you'll finish him off. Alright. Looks like I am pretty golden on the world of ammo. Still going to pop this box though. And come up here. Grab the rest of your ammo and come down around the corner. Now we're getting to the second to last part of the boss room, and this is getting up to the point where the video cut out. I'll slap the boss fight in on the end of that. Fortunately, the boss fight was long. Just had to pace that thing out. There's not a great way to do it, and I was just trying to see with Chaff to make sure I didn't get overrun because the enemies will spawn. I had Hive, full Hive on the boss room, so no Siva, just fighting the boss. So definitely a little different boss fight than we probably had the last time through. So just keep that one in mind. You can't just have the Siva do their work. You're going to have a wizard out here in the front. Again, a great time for Gjallarhorn. Use that to take him out. And you're going to have some acolytes. You're also going to have some knights in the back. If you can try and take those out, save yourself a little anguish later on. Pick those guys off. And you've also got this guy coming. The Hallowed Knight here. He will not stagger. So you better make sure your shots count as he charges you. Otherwise he does tend to sting a little bit. And from this point, find the rest of these acolytes. There's going to be a couple stragglers around. They'll peek out. Shouldn't be too bad. Just find their heads when they pop out. Or they're just going to be big weenies, so grenades will work too. Should have another wizard over here at some point. There it is. Goes down pretty quick with Gjallarhorn. Hard to say, most things don't. But unfortunately, Gjallarhorn just is a little less effective. As soon as you land down here, be aware you're going to start to have some thrall coming to you. So just watch for them. If you're up top, they'll run around that side. If you're down here, they're going to start running to you pretty much straight at you. And as you creep forward, you're going to have a little bit more each time. So look for the thrall, the curse thrall. And just take your time as you come up here. Some of these enemies will take some time to run up on you. I just smacked that guy in the face, so that works too. And again, just pace it slow. As you creep forward, you'll have a few more guys that show up. If you want some verticality, just watch your angles here. You're going to have this knight over here on this side. If you expose yourself, don't do it for long. Pick him off, and then keep going. And you'll usually have a couple acolytes back here, a couple vandals, whatever it is you're dealing with at this point. There's always going to be a couple stragglers that come out. And you've got a little time till the boss fight, or even where you'd probably use your super. If you're going Sunbreaker, it's a decent time to just clear out these enemies now or the next part. But if you come up here, I would use this upper deck just as a safe area to fight the next round of enemies. You have no radar. So again, keep that in check as these guys come to you. Joys of a gun with Firefly. Get some quick finishes. And just check and make sure you're probably not done if you think you're done on Chaff, because there's always somebody else. First thralls, those can at least take each other out together. Now, as I have full Hive, I'm not going to be dealing with the Siva down there. So what I'm going to do, try and clear these guys out quick for you and tap this thing on the end. I pretty much finished these enemies off, and then the video cut out. Computer just restarted, so had to finish off after that. So look for the couple of wizards, throw some Gjallarhorn at them. We got ammo crates apparently. They're being generous with those for me today. So use those, take out the wizards. And then find your couple boomer knights that are going to be out there. Pick those off with your special weapon. Always makes quick work of them. Grab any ammo that's around. You might want to finish all the enemies off and then grab the ammo, but still works. Should be most of the guys. If you come down here, check to your left, you might have a acolyte just like this sitting over here. If you've got ammo crates, wait for those. May as well enjoy your rocket that you're going to get to use. Finish them off in style, and then pick up your rocket pack. Alright, so final piece. When you come on this ship, when you've got Hive, you're going to have 2 wizards. Quickest way to do it, 2 rockets. If you don't want to do that, you know, a solar sidearm, something like that's going to be good. If you can control the sniper, go for that. When you jump up here, land. And you got 2 wizards. Quickest way to take them out. A couple Gjallarhorn shots, you'll be done and good to go.
Okay, we're doing this.
And just look for that second ship to be coming. It's going to appear over here on your right hand side because you're going to the left. Jump down here and land on it, and you'll be good to go. Just hang back here at the back of the ship. You don't want to be too close to the front and get pushed off. And as this thing creeps forward, again, if you've got Siva, there's going to be a machine gun right about there, so watch for that one. And then as you get close, run up and jump on over. Make sure you get enough verticality to jump. You don't want to hit that wall and fall straight down. That'd be a sad way to finish things. So come through here, and we'll paste in the boss. Keep in mind, when you come in here, you're going to hopefully be able to take advantage of the fact that the Siva are attacking the boss. So let them do that. I don't think it's going to actually be a non-Siva run at all. Maybe it is. Okay, haven't actually seen this one before. So Hive without Siva at all in here, which I haven't actually done a run like this, is going to be a non-Siva run whatsoever. So you're not going to have the ships come in. You're just going to have the knights up top. So you should be able to pick those off pretty quick. I don't think I'm going to actually be able to stay back here the entire time, but we'll find out. Only one way to find out, I guess. If I get thrown out there, I get thrown out there. So we'll see. That is his crit spot, though, in case you guys didn't know. Right here, this thing, when he's crouched over, it's kind of hard to hit. But this is definitely his crit spot. Throw a grenade down there, see if I can piss him off a little bit. Save some ammo, use my sniper. Now it's pulling me in. I knew that was going to happen, so just had to test that theory just to be sure for you guys. As soon as you get pulled in, keep in mind what's around.
That's a long way down. So, you know.
And the more you show yourself, that's just the quicker you're going to get attacked. If these knights do drop down, just keep in mind where they're at. Snipes on these Abomination Knights will definitely help you out. If I punch in the right direction, that would be beneficial. And mainly what you want to do is just keep the boss in check. But to know where he is, know where these knights are at, make sure you pick them off. Again, look for all the knights, try and pick off the ones who are all up top. You don't want to get caught kind of exposed out there. It's not a fun place to be. So look where the boss is at, pick off all the knights, and we'll still go for this one time-wise, or damage-wise. And if the Siva aren't going to show up, then this will be a little different. So here we go. Definitely make sure you're keeping some special ammo up for those knights. You're going to need it. Unfortunately, heavy ammo damage is lowered, so this is just going to be a slower run. At least you don't have anything crazy like exposure to sit out there. So what you're looking for is try and keep some damage on him, and you're trying to do enough damage to pull the next round of the knights out. It's pretty much the only thing you can go for at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my Sunspot Super here, try and pull him in. And I'm actually just going to try and cook him in those spots, try and get that damage going on him continually. And we'll see if I can do enough damage to pull the enemies down. You don't have your radar. That's kind of one thing that kind of stinks on this one, because you're going to have some knights that pop out. Usually one will jump from the top section over here, and then after you do enough damage, you'll have some thrall that come out here, then some more knights. So it's just going to be timing, trying to make sure you get all this stuff squared up. You need to move them around. Double jumps will definitely do so. Again, try and go for that crit spot. You're not going to really stagger the boss. Keep that in mind. So you're not going to stagger him. Just get what hits on him you can. Not the easiest task in the world to go for it when you're just getting pummeled like that. Alright, so that's the thrall I'm talking about. Now if you want to move around, go to the other side, you can. Just kind of keep these guys in check. Got anything with Firefly, it's a great time for it. And then again, if you need to stay mobile, keep moving around the map. You can go circular if you need to. If the boomers aren't out, it's not quite so bad. So just stay, pick these guys off from a distance. Not too shabby. And then just keep out of line of sight of the boss so he doesn't just melt you down. And then hey, if you get a sunspot going, take advantage, pull the rest of the guys into it, and you're good to go. So, next round is likely going to be more... more acolytes. Knights, what am I saying? Not acolytes. I doubt you'll have actually too many acolytes in this one. So just keep that in mind. He's going to be around firing at you. But if you're out of line of sight, he's not going to be too much of a pain. Just keep out of line of sight of him. He's not going to run out of the middle. Do what damage you can, and then continue to check above you. If you see those knights fly out, that's your main cue. It's really hard to get the right damage because he's hard to hit in the crit spot because, for one, you can't stagger him with Berserk on. It's hard to stagger him in the first place. You need a pretty powerful sniper to do it. But if you can actually find that crit spot and get a shot on it, He's not even going to stagger when you do. Alright, so I hear a sound. Sounds like a hive. We've got shriekers. Oh, that's just not cool. Here's your knights. So watch out behind you. Take out these knights. Should be a couple of them. Now here's the point where Shrieker's in play. Now you've got no burn, which is going to make this at least manageable. And your main piece now is just going to be managing him. So you can go for a couple actions on this one. Check across the way. If you do have some knights out there, be careful on those. Again, if you need to watch your sides, just watch out for that Shrieker. Watch out where the boss is at. Keep your cover. Just trying to take him out. If you can see this knight over here, look for him to try and stop. I've only got one bullet, so make sure you make it work. Somehow I whiffed. I don't know if it's been 5 minutes, but I'm definitely going to check. Ooh, good timing. And again, may as well take this thing out. Fastest way to do it is going to be a couple sniper shots. Then as you do this, make sure you're on the move and quickly. Don't stop. I probably almost wouldn't run towards it, but if you have to get some room in there, go for it. Stay mobile, wait for those shots. Duck down here so those knights can't really get you, and just make one big circle. Just try not to get stuck in any of those detained little bubbles. And then come back around. Once that Shrieker is down, then you can focus on the knights. Look for those knights on the upper deck. They're going to be back there. Just like this. And should be one more. There we go. And now just kind of your cue to do damage to the boss however you can. Keep that damage up. And we'll see what the next cues are. So again, if you've got Hive, looks like you've got Shriekers. We might have a ship or something else come in. We'll just have to see what happens. Other than that, keep an eye out for the knights above you, the thralls, and we'll keep trying. Now from here, I can actually jump up here, grab some ammo, see if there's anything across, and go check out the upper deck over here. This is usually where I'd tell you guys to go fight the Siva bosses. So you can actually do a lot from up here. Take your time, have some upper ground. And there's a little less to worry about up here. You definitely have plenty of cover. And just work on putting your shots in where you can. Kind of hard to get crit shots from the upper deck. You probably can if you get a really lucky shot on him. But also you're going to be running into these occasionally. Keep that in mind. If he does creep over here, see what you can do to get that shot on him. And we'll keep going. Still got that heavy crate over there. Trying to get some damage. Just keep your damage on him. Again, this is going to be more of a patient boss fight than anything. And also not getting caught with these. It's kind of a nice thing with the Titan. If you do go Sunspot, you've at least got that benefit to pop your super and do damage around you. Going to go ahead and pop a couple shots on him with Galahorn. Be careful hitting the wall. You're not going to do as much damage as you normally would because you're at about 75% heavy damage, so keep that in mind as you work him down. We're trying to basically just get him to that next level of damage so you can get the next wave out, and we'll see what we've got to deal with here. Shriekers, all sorts of fun. And there we go. Alright, we've got a knight across the way. Probably also means... So that's somebody of the pit. Now I've got no enemies up here up top, which is good, because most of the enemies should not be able to get up here. Just keep in mind you're going to have these down there, but looks like you've also got that one sword knight in the middle. So that sword knight is definitely one you need to watch out for. Try and spot him and find him. He's going to be running around down there. If you just got some acolytes down below, actually miscalled that, you got acolytes. So just keep rotating back here. See what you've got to attack. So there's the Blade of the Pit. That's who you need to take out. If you can find him, go for it. And again, look for these acolytes if they're popping up here. The knights are going to be up here, the boomer knights. Watch for them. Just make sure nothing's up here with you. Check out behind you. Sometimes they'll hop up here, sometimes they won't. Most of the time you'll be pretty safe up here though on this round. Again, just watch out for those knights. Watch out for being detained, always kind of a pain. And if you need to mix up your location, just jump over here and see what you get for a different angle. Duck down if you feel like you're getting attacked too much. You can still use a lot of this area over here. And if the boss is over there, you can work on some damage on him. And see what you got left. Now, you can do a couple things here. You can work your ammo down so you can just try and get that full ammo refill on everything. Always an option. So yeah, just use your primary, pick off these guys. Actually got some ammo to drop down there. Just gonna go and float across. See where I land, take this one out, and just keep working this upper deck. Again, if anything did pop out here above me, likely all it's gonna be is a normal red knight. And then I would just pop my super and take him out. Other than that, you're just looking for the rest of these enemies down here. Try and take these acolytes out. And just keep a check on where the boss is at. Partially what I'm trying to do is just use my primary while I can, empty out my ammo, and then of course try and turn around and pick up some more of that ammo that I can. Look for that knight to try and pick up his shield. As soon as he drops that, try and pump him down a little bit more. Finish him off. Good old scout rifle, it's a great way to go. These little things are kind of annoying, but it's better to be up here. You're probably in a safer spot. Again, put some damage into the boss if you can. See what we can bring on next. But I would probably advise finishing off the rest of the enemies that are down there before you really bring on anything else too crazy. That way you just keep everything somewhat manageable. Acolytes and knights, take those out before you get too hectic with adding any more to this fight. Again, you got the knight down here. Throw a grenade down, might work on him. Looks like we've got one more boomer knight, and as those get to be a bit tricky, I'm trying to take those knights out if possible. There we go. Again, if you can get him to pull up his shield, keep that in mind. I'm about to run out of ammo, so I can take advantage of taking him out. Ah, so close. Come here, knight. Where you at? I'm almost completely out of ammo. At least those guys aren't like scions and they don't respawn. Alright, that's all my ammo. I'm going to see if I pick up anything out there. I'm getting a hit thing, but I actually don't know if I can get myself out of this. Oh, apparently you can punch yourself out of it. Just takes a little while. Just waiting on ammo at this point. That's a bummer. Well, for the time being, nothing's going to spawn, so hang out. Usually the ammo will get refilled to you somewhere down there. Some ammo has dropped, so just hang out for a minute. Should give me something, though. Come on. Not trying to waste time for you guys, but I don't really have any other options. Maybe chunk a grenade down there, see if I can get that to do some work on the boss. A little bit, at least. A little worse throw than I was hoping for. Come on, really? You're not going to give me any ammo. Come on. Well, I know ammo's down there, so I'm going to go for a bit of a run. Apparently I'm not, actually. Still got a knight down there as well, which is not what I really want. Okay, this is actually getting kind of frustrating. It should give you ammo by now. I know there's some that dropped on the ground down there. I for sure, if nothing else, saw a heavy. And my grenade landed up here. Beautiful. Absolutely what I was going for. Can I please get out of this anytime now? It would be awesome. I am officially quite stuck. Alright, well that'll get me out of there. Alright, I just want to find this stupid knight. Alright, getting some damage on. Hopefully getting something going. I'm going to go across the top here. Try and find some ammo. Again, keep your cover. Stay behind cover if you need to, for sure. Pretty sure I've got a knight out there somewhere, but I'm going to try and pick up at least some heavy ammo. See if anything else is around, and I know there's a knight floating around somewhere, so I just want to make sure and find him and tag him pretty quick. I've got that shrieker out there too. Keep that one in mind. Look for those little purple dots that are going to be flying to you. If you're out of line of sight, they might not come to you, but if they do, your best bet, keep moving. Even down here will work. Just wait for all those purple things to explode. There's the knight. I finally spotted him, at least. He's way across the way over there. Just want to finish him off. Literally the only bullets I have. A little quieter. Alright, I'm just going to run through the middle like a crazy stupid person here and pick up some ammo. Now we'll see what else is going to spawn. I haven't done damage to him in a minute. Apparently I got another... Oh, there's the Blade of the Pit. He's really coming, isn't he? Alright, well he's not going to stagger or be stopped. So keep in mind, you really are not going to be able to do much to him besides shoot him in the head. If he starts running to you, just jump and run away. He's definitely at melee. This guy's still ticked off at me. Sorry on the long boss fight, guys. This is just not going remotely according to plan. Got some more ammo coming here. I'm going to run across the way. Pick up a little ammo. Now, I got a decent amount of ammo right here on this little block. Try not to get too close to that boss. And, well, if I'm going to land anywhere, behind a rock is a good place to do it. Alright, so now, play the game of I'm running back through, grabbing some ammo, flying across the way. If this was Void Burn, probably would have been melted right there, but I'm just going to go for my upper ground again. Decent on ammo, going to jump across the way. And from here, if you go up here, you can try and land on this little pillar, bounce to the back, and then keep going. Again, from back here, you can do a lot of damage to him, peek back and forth. It's kind of hard to hit his crit spot from up here, but you can do damage. See if you can pull that next round and be relatively safe up here too. From this back corner, actually, you should be able to tag him some reasonable shots, and he shouldn't be able to hit you from back here either. Now, sounds like I've got enemies coming, which I do. Now again, this sunspot helping me out a little bit, staying crouched. I've got curse thralls probably coming here. Watch for those. Those are going to hurt. Check out, make sure you got this upper deck fairly covered. Curse thralls shouldn't be able to come up here. Just watch for any thralls that are going to jump up here, just like this. Pick them off as they come to you. And then watch behind you. Sometimes if you're up here, they'll warp behind you. You want to watch that one for sure. Look for any ammo that we've got dropping. Some of these guys may take a while to rotate up to you. And again, watch your back if you see anything tagging you. It's probably just a thrall, but just get ready to move quick. And just sit tight up here, wait for these enemies to come to you. Now, what you hear below is going to be the curse thrall. So your best way to get to those is honestly going to be moving around, getting a little bit mobile. So I'm going to float across the way over here. See if I can not land in all of these. But you got to move positions a little bit to try and get to those curse thrall. You're going to have to pull them out of position because basically they're below you right now. So now again, the curse thrall. Got a thrall over here. That's just not even remotely cool how he just warped on me like that. But again, keep looking out for those thralls. And just stay mobile. If you're on the ground, most likely the guys aren't going to quite warp to you. They're going to run to you or hop down, so just keep an eye of where they're at. There's the boss, of course. Chunk a grenade at him, maybe. I've got Curse Thrall out there as well. Again, this fight is not too bad if you just pace it. If all of you guys, if you're in a group of 3 and you're doing a ton of damage, you're going to pull a lot of enemies at the same time. That can get a bit hairy. If you're by yourself or with people who can control this, do what you can to just, like, you know, get some enemies out. When you see enemies spawn, stop doing damage to the boss, so then you can actually try and get some control of this fight. It's probably the best way to manage it. There's a lot that can happen. Those shriekers that show up, they can be a bit of a pain. There's a sword out here. I'd love to actually use that thing. Unfortunately, if I use the sword, I'm going to get my butt whooped because he's just going to smash me in the head. So sword might be nice for enemies, but unfortunately when it comes to the boss himself, not the most useful. I'm still going to keep firing. Alright, so we've got more enemies coming. Looks like I've got another shrieker here. So if the shrieker's here, we probably got more enemies. We do. So look for those boomer knights up top. Now again, you're kind of between a rock and a hard place here. So what I'm actually going to suggest, use a rocket and then go on the move. If that actually does go down, make sure you're mobile. The thing you're going to want to watch out for is the boomer knights up here on the side. Watch out for them. Just keep moving. And again, watch your cover if you can stay down here until the shrieker shots go away. Come back to this other side, and then you can work on the rest of the knight shots. Again, just stay mobile. Important piece. And look for those knights. They're going to be across the way. That medium close range one will be able to hit you. The ones on the back wall will not. So these guys shouldn't be anything to worry about. Alright, so we're getting pretty close here. Looks like we got reasonable damage on the boss. Hey, he's down to about a third. Sword is still there. It's always fun. Gonna run around, pick up ammo again. Has infinite sword ammo too. I would love if I could use this on the boss, but I'm not gonna get to because I'd get smoked, as I said. So yeah. Keep that location in mind. Watch where he's at. Ow, ow, ow. Really, really, really? You're not gonna kill me right now. I'm gonna leave that thing back here. Just make sure you don't shoot yourself in the face with a rocket. It's a bad way to go down. Trying to get some damage on him now. Looks like I've got one more Shrieker coming. I've got a ship coming. Probably a Shrieker on the other side. And another blade. So get my health back there. Get another blade of the pit. Stay on the move. Stay mobile. Make sure you stay behind cover when you're moving. Try and get your health back here on this run. If he's right behind you, go for this verticality. And then go all the way to the top. So your safest bet is getting all the way back up here in the corner. The blades won't come up here. The most you're going to have is some thrall that jump up. If that's the case, I think you can manage it. So you got some acolytes. You got some boomers. Nothing too terrible up here. So you got a lot of things down there that are mad at you. It's totally fine. Not the end of the world. Pick up a couple of rockets. And just keep moving. Check your back, see if anything's up on your level. Otherwise, just pick off everything from below. Just work your cover. Patient fight by yourself because unfortunately there's just not a speedy way to do it. You'll have enemies that spawn in, so. I do apologize about the long boss fight, guys. Not a great way to manage this thing otherwise. I'm sure Esoteric's going to do it quicker than me. That dude's just a beast. He's awesome. But to try and give you guys the full running commentary, so we've just got a little different way to do things, but we're both trying to give you guys something to work with. Take out those knights. They're going to be your biggest anguish. The blade is going to be bad down there too. Save those sniper shots. One quick headshot into those knights will do you wonders. Take out those acolytes where you can. And if you ever really need to hide, back here in this corner, crouch down in this corner, not much is really going to hit you over here. You saw the ship come in here, you'd probably have a couple shots come at you. You don't really want to stay too exposed. But if you really need to move, just make sure you're moving quick. And if you're going to land behind a pillar and crouch. Shoot the little detain bubble that you're in. And then keep going. Alright, so come up to this side, see if you got anything left. We've got the blade of the pit down there. Take him out. If you drop him quick, at least as you roam down below, you won't have anything to worry about. I think I'm pretty good. Looks like I've got one more acolyte down there. Couple acolytes. Nothing too shabby. Got another blade down there. Unfortunately, can't use that one on the boss. But hey, if there's more enemies, I'll be able to use it on that. Even though I feel like I'm running out of enemies that are probably going to spawn. Really? Alright, so you can get him over here, try and find his crit spot. It's rough, but just keep shooting at him. Gonna throw a couple rockets his way as well. If anything, I can always pop my super and finish something off, but just needs to get some damage on him. Where'd you go? Come on, buddy. Nope. If you get detained, try to make sure you're not detained when you go to fire a rocket. I don't know if it will kill you, but it definitely will kind of mess your day up if you get rocket self-death. Not a good way to go. So we're getting pretty low on his health. I know he's creeping back and forth. I'm going to hop down, see where the ammo's at, actually. Try and get use of a grenade, perhaps. So I got some ammo right here in the middle. Also got some ammo over here. So pull him to one side if you want to pick up ammo. Then run across through the other. You'll have plenty of time to pick stuff up as you rotate around. So I've got plenty of special ammo now. See if anything else is going to come out. I don't know if I'm going to have any more major enemies or not. Again, watch your health. Don't get too crazy like I was there. Keep your health in check. Nothing's going to burn you down if you don't let it, so don't let yourself get caught too off guard. Alright, sounds like something else is spawning over there, so be careful. Sounded like maybe a Shrieker was spawning, which it was indeed. Now, I've got one rocket. These are actually being reasonable at that. So go for that rocket, try and finish it off. Now see if those Shriekers actually make it over to you. They can go a pretty good ways, not sure what that means. Once they get overhead in your direction, you can come down here to this bottom deck, let them chase you down here, make the full circle until you hear them explode, which they just did. And then just keep going around, try and find some ammo. As he's in the front of the room, I'm going, or front. Maybe the back of the room considered. I'm going to run through here, try and pick up some ammo as I move around, and go back to safety. So, in reasonable shape at this point. You could duck down, pretty much be covered. So the Shrieker's down. I got 15 bullets here. See what I can do to pull some more damage on him. Getting pretty close here. I got a lot of damage on him, so I'm going to check and make sure no more enemies are coming out. I just want to make sure I'm not going to get surprised by anything too crazy. At this point, I probably don't have too much to worry about. I just want to make sure I don't. Still got my super up just in case. As he hovers back and forth, again, look for that crit spot when he comes. This is your best chance to go for it. He's getting pretty low on health, so we should be getting close. Yeah, we're getting really close now. Shouldn't be anything else spawning at this point. I may try and just melt him with my super. At least that thing's not affected by specialist damage. But if he can creep across, this is always an effective way. Alright, getting pretty close. I want to finish him off in style for you guys. But I also want to make sure I'm the highest light level possible for any possible drops. So take that second, equip all your highest stuff. Up to 398. I got most of that from Iron Banner, guys. So, always good times when that stuff works in your favor. I don't think I've got anything else to equip. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Alright, it's hammer time. Come around here, look for him, start chucking him at him. And we're good to go. I know that's a longer boss fight than usual, guys, but just the way this room works, there's not a really great fast way to do anything. How many skeleton keys do I have? I have one. Well, could be better, could be worse. I got no 3 of coins, but I'll save that for now. Skeleton key? Why not? Well, I got an artifact. That's perfect. 399. Really? You're not going to give me 400? Alright. Well, let's see what I get out of the end of this, and I will get you guys out of here. Again, sorry about the glitch. We'll have to see what the video looks like. If I have to do a run up to that point, I'll do that again, and then cut this boss fight in afterwards. So, joys of a computer crapping out on me right in the middle of a Nightfall. But, what are you going to do? That one hurts. 19 strange coins. I know some people may like strange coins, but at this point they're not going to buy anything that's going to improve my level. Nightfalls could give me armor or weapons that would be a higher light level, so that's what I'm going to be looking for. 19 strange coins for me, pretty meh. So, sorry about the long fight, guys. I know this was a longer video than usual, but as always, I hope you guys at least enjoyed the commentary. Hopefully it's helpful for you guys. That's why I'm doing this. Giving you guys at least a run through of what to expect, how to run this thing solo, giving you guys kind of the piece by piece. Drop a like below if you did enjoy it. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions or requests on how to do these. And of course, check out the channel page, subscribe there, and I will keep the content coming your way. Have a great one, guys, and enjoy.